Hey, hi everyone. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. My voice is clear, right?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Okay, so till now, how is your experience with statistical computing? How are you finding it? Any feedback, any review?
The first week has been quite simple, and I had a couple of things I asked in the discourse already, and then in the chat already. Um, so I was looking for the later parts as we carry on, but it has been interesting so far.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone else? Anything else?
Uh,
Yeah.
Same with me. I'm also just going through the initial lectures because I don't know R, so I'm just starting out with it, and the lecture seemed pretty simple and appropriate till now, like to
Mhm.
understand. So that is my view as well.
Okay, okay, that's nice. Yeah, thanks for the feedback. Okay, so I think let's start with the doubt portion. So, any topic you are struggling with in the week one? Basic R coding, basic R stuff, or any concept covered in week one? Any of these things you are struggling with currently?
Sir, that
Uh,
uh,
yes, Arya?
Hello.
Uh, your voice is breaking, Arya, I think.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Arya.
Sir, I was just saying that in week 1, like the doubt that I posted on discourse, like the matrix one, can we just get into that if
Oh, okay,
that is
yeah.
my only doubt. Like conceptually, I think everything else is fine. So
Okay, okay. Yeah, I will open the R studio. Okay. Is my screen visible?
yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, so the way you coded is you are just like add this vector, right? Value C 1, 2, 3 up to 9, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
After that, did you initialize the matrix? How did you initialize the matrix?
Sir, I just did A is matrix 3, 3.
3 comma 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but that won't work, right? Okay, okay, so if any command you're struggling with, right, you can just type question mark and write that function, and R will open it for you here. This is help page. So see, when you are entering 3 comma 3, right? So the first parameter is data. So this value 3 is stored in your data parameter. And then the second
Oh, okay.
parameter is n row. So number of row is initialized to 3. That's why you are getting only one column, right?
Okay. Okay, sir. Got it. Okay.
But now if I type it like number of row equal to 3 and number of column equals to 3, and then I print A, see, then I will get a 3 cross 3 matrix.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, then you can run that for loop and embed it element wise. That's also fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay, or another way to do is if you have explored it, right? So in this matrix, you can simply enter your data. So you the data you want to enter is these values, right?
Yeah, I did that, sir. Like I did the basic things, so that is working fine.
That is working fine, right? You're just
Yeah,
typing the
yeah.
matrix command, values, number of row 3, column 3, and we want to do it by row, right? If you don't want to do it by row, it would be just false. It could be like this, right? So here the values are entered column wise 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I do it by row equals to true, it will enter it column row wise. In the first row, first three elements, then 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, one doubt. So I am only discovering the buy row option right now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so in the assignment specifically, even in the future questions, currently it's not mentioned if it's by row or by column. So but
Mm-hmm.
by default it is till now at least we have been considering if we are given a list of numbers, we usually are accustomed to filling it by row. So what is asked in the assignment as well?
Okay, so yeah, generally it will be mentioned in the question, but in case it is not mentioned, you can see here, right? By default, your by row is false. So even if you don't enter the by row parameter, it will enter it column wise. But in general, in question, it will be mentioned whether you have to enter by row or not.
Okay, sir. And in the I think discourse post by Arya, I think he mentions using a for loop. So is it I saw there are some C bind and R bind functions in R.
Yeah.
So to specifically enter rows into matrices. So usually in R, is it a good practice to have for loops?
Generally, in any programming language, I would say it's better to use inbuilt functions because as you like code big, it will become computationally heavy, right? The way Arya has posted on discourse, right? It will take order of n. Your runtime will be order of n, right? But if you do it using the inbuilt function, it will be very fast. So you can do it either way. It's completely fine. But yeah, computationally, inbuilt functions are better to use.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, C bind and R bind are also uh, they are also good, but that would be also computationally heavy as compared to this inbuilt matrix function. Okay.
So like
Yeah.
uh, apart from that, that is the only function which I discovered was able to append rows to a matrix specifically. So can that be also done just using the matrix function?
For appending more rows and more columns, is it?
Yes, as mentioned in the self-evaluation assignment, we are supposed to add concatenate the vectors to the existing matrix and then combine and concatenate those matrices as well. So for that.
Yeah, for that, it's better to use C bind, R bind. For that, you can use.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. For concatenation, we have yeah, in R, it's only R bind or C bind. Yeah. But while initializing and filling in values, you can use matrix command. It is for just initializing the matrix of whatever size you want m cross n. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, sir. One separate doubt which I also asked today on Discourse. Actually, I got some answer, but one more follow up question. So I wrote this on Discourse that in the initial lines, for example, professor wrote my dot number is equal to 8, for example, and
Hmm.
my dot vector is 5 till 100. Like that becomes a vector.
Okay.
Yes, so these two lines were written in the starter.r file. So I just wanted to ask, I already got the answer for this. Is that in R specifically, the dot in the variable names or function name doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It is just that it is named in such a way, but it is not an attribute of any my object or something like that.
Right. Yeah. So while naming variables in R, you can use the dot, but in Python, you cannot, I think. Right?
Yes. So a follow up to that is that I was just asking as a from the practical usage of R, I found a way that if we use lists, for example,
Mhm.
then we can assign we can make an object like structure basically if we use a list function and inside of the parameters we give it two parameters, for example, inside of list number equal to 8 comma vector equal to 5 colon 100, for example. Then we
Okay.
can make it as an object, and then we can reference each of those names inside of that list as any other object, for example, in Python. But I wanted to ask if these sort of structures are like, is an object like structure frequently used in R or not? Uh,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you just wanted to know, can we do it like that, the way you posted this list commands, right?
Yes, yes, yes. So the list command, and I wanted to ask if in Python we are very pretty much accustomed in using some or the other object like notation to like every we use them frequently. So like I am talking about the paradigm of programming in R as a whole. So is this object notations and all frequently used, or are they frequent in R like as a whole, like from a programming perspective?
Yeah, these are frequently used when you start dealing with the data frames, right? That these things will be more frequently used. But currently, till now, I think till week 3 or 4, we are not dealing with the data frames in R. But the once you start dealing with it, you will be using it more and more and more. The way you are using it for lists.
Okay, got it, sir.
Okay. Anyone? Anything else?
So, hi.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know, like, how do I answer those questions? Like, there are some questions which I have to answer, like, the answer is an R, and
Hmm.
then there's a PDF also, right?
Yeah.
So, does the PDF contain only the plots, or are there like answers to it also? So, how do I submit those answers?
Uh, okay. So your R contains only the coding part, nothing else. Like,
Like for example, there's a question if the theoretical mean is equivalent to the empirical mean, right?
yeah.
So do I answer this in the PDF or do I answer it in the R notebook?
Okay, so for empirical mean, you need to compute the mean of whatever samples, size of samples you have generated, right?
Correct.
Using the given one. So you can simply compute the mean of empirical mean in the R, right? Let's say mean of this values, right? You can
Correct.
compute the empirical over here, but for theoretical, also like you can also do it here. Let's say your variable is binomial, right? Just comment that your n is, let's say, 10 and p is equals zero point 0.5, and you can name it like this: theoretical mean equals 10 times p. What it will be, so 10 times zero point 0.5, and then just print it. That will also work as long as you are mentioning the formula and all. But this is from the source code file, right? This portion will be in the source code file.
Correct.
Then you come to PDF file, right? This is your report.pdf file where you need to submit. So there you need to take a screenshot of this value. You need to take a screenshot of it that you are getting your mean value as this, right? So this highlighted portion will be added in the screenshot over there. And theoretically, you can write the formula, theoretical formula for computing mean.
No, so just a clarification, all question answers should be there in the PDF. So
Yeah, should be there. Yeah,
for example, if there's question one which says that show something in R,
yeah,
so I have to put the screenshot of the code for question one. Am I correct?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're so
All
at the end of the day, what we are evaluating will be your report file only.
okay. So like I just have to share the screenshot of the answer that I'm getting
Hmm.
in the source file and put it in the PDF.
Yeah, and also explain like what, like if in the question if it is mentioned explain the plot or explain something, do that. Like if, give a brief your understanding of what you understand from the plot you just made in R.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that works. But basically, like all questions and answers have to be there in the PDF.
Yeah.
So
So
I thought like some questions are in the source file and some in the PDF. So that's not correct. So we have to put all the question and answers in the PDF.
yeah, so at the yeah, that's what I said. At the end of the day, your report file will be evaluated. But in case we see that that your answer is not correct in the report file, right? In such case, we will check your source code file and see where it went wrong, and then we'll give you partial marks based on
Okay,
whatever code you have
works.
written.
Yeah, works. Thank you.
Yeah, but your report file is the main file which will be graded.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Have you guys done like completed the week 1 or still progressing in it?
No, I've finished the theory part, but I didn't realize that all the assignments are on R. So I have to, get some more familiarity with R and then do the assignments.
Okay, yeah. So the self-evaluation assessment part 1 in both week 1 and week 2 are gonna just give you some hands-on basic R coding. So we are adding those assignments in week 1 and week 2. Yeah, your part 2 would be more or less similar to the whatever questions we asked in the graded assignment. So doing the
Uh,
part 1 of the self-evaluation assessment will give you more hands-on basic R coding. Yes, sir.
Sir, is other self,
Can you repeat?
sir, I'm saying that for the self-assessment assignments, are they graded or they are just for our own practice?
These are just for your own practice.
Okay, so if we submit it, so if I, let's say, I've done both the assignments, so if I submit it, so when can I get a feedback on it, or is it just like what will be the process like?
Uh, okay. So if you're not getting the required output, right? So in the self-evaluation assessment, it's like it is morely based on for you to evaluate yourself. So and it can easily be verified whether you're getting the correct answer or not, right? Like in the end, if you're computing
Yeah,
empirical
okay.
and theoretical mean, you're not getting same it means you're going wrong somewhere, right?
Okay.
So go
Yeah, yeah.
find.
So that I verified, like I'm getting correct. So then I can assume that I'm fine, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so is it possible that, like, I mean, just as a small suggestion, like for the next self assignments, is it possible that we include the seed values so that we can, and during the hints, we can also give the answer. So we can just match it like a little bit more. So it's
See. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We can do that. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah. We will do that.
okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I'd asked this question in discourse just now, but do you plan to, evaluate the self-evaluation assignments a bit earlier than the assignment due date so that we get feedback?
A self-evaluation assignment won't be evaluated. It is morely self-evaluation, as the name suggests.
Okay, so
It's to be
so
evaluated
we
by
just have
you.
to,
Yeah.
sorry, which means we have to match the hints, look at the hints, and then just check that we have done the right thing.
Yeah. In case you are struggling, we are here to help you in discourse and live sessions. Like I think Arya posted some question on basic matrix questions in the self-evaluation. So if you are struggling not getting the output, we will help you on that. But more or less, it is as the name suggests self-evaluation. But do submit it because at the end of the term, if we might look at the number of self-evaluation assessment you are submitted and we might reward some marks. It's not finalized yet, but we might. So do submit it if you are doing it. Anyone? Anything else?
No, sir. Just one specific thing. I have been just using various resources or sources for understanding R or how R is structured as a whole and how the programming is done there. So, is there any recommendations from your end regarding any source that can be followed for understanding R? Like apart from the lecture, like I have done the lecture already.
Okay, so you want to understand, like, learn the basic R coding, is it?
Yes. So, is will it be better to just go through the self assessment questions and understand as I go, or can it be, or like, do you also recommend a source that can be followed?
Uh, okay. So yeah. So firstly, as you do the part one of self-evaluation assessment, you will get to know a lot more about basic R initially. But yeah, I won't name any specific resource for now. But yeah, there are a lot of resources on the internet nowadays. ChatGPT is also there to help you guys. So I think all those tools you can use and get to know more about it. But yeah, don't rely on the internet answers directly like ChatGPT. You might get some wrong answer. Run it, look for it where it's going wrong, try to do it. But yeah, there are a lot of many resources. Even if you type R basic coding on the Google, it will show you hundreds of links, and any link you can go and read on it. One link, if I have to give, okay, give me a minute, I might have it. Sure. This is this link you can refer, but we won't be using ggplot in this course. Site has used ggplot for plotting. We will be using only basic plot, but yeah, this site might give you some basic intro to R. You might give it a read and go for it. Like it.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir. I'll go through it. Thank you.
Yeah, so the same link is also used for the linear statistical model course in the degree level. So the basic R coding is more or less covered in this, but yeah, you like only this resource won't be enough. You still need to explore more and do the stuff. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Yes, Srinivasan, we will add those things in the. We will add those links or the portal and discourse. We yet to do it. Okay. Anything else? Anyone?
Maybe not today. I might have more once I've attempted the assignments. Maybe next week. So would you always have it at Friday 6 p.m.?
Yeah, always Friday 6 to 8.
Okay.
If you guys are uncomfortable with it, like not available at that time, we might switch it. Just let me know, post it over Discourse or mail me. We will.
For me, anytime I'm a freelancer, so I can work my schedule around the
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah,
So I'll just mark it. So next Friday, I may have more questions.
yeah.
Thank you.
Every Friday 6 to 8 we will meet. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Or shall we close for today?
Uh,
Are your voice is breaking? Yeah. You're not audible, are you? Oh, okay, great. What about you, Kunal and Srinivasan?
No, I'm also done with the doubts.
Okay, okay, great. And Srinivasan, what about you? Okay, I think.
Sorry, I missed the question. There was
Yeah,
a bike passing by.
yeah.
No, sorry, what was the question, Ishan?
Do you have anything else, or shall we
No,
close?
nothing else. Yeah, sorry,
Nothing else, right? Okay.
nothing else for today. Next week, I might have quite a few. Thank you.
Okay, okay, great. Okay, yeah. Thank you guys for joining. We'll meet next week. Thank you.